getting to meet Jack's side of the family. I think we're all saying the same thing. I mean, they're so meant for each other, right? And it's true. That's why we're here today. But, I mean, how did we get here today? Why are we standing here in front of a barn in Napomo, right? Well, in a nutshell, Jack, he stalked Aimee while risking his job. But I mean, all jokes aside, Jack did follow his heart, and he did what it took as a man to make sure that he would have Aimee by his side for the rest of his life. And how did they meet? He flew out for a business meeting from Florida. She was living in Huntington Beach at the time, and he met with Aimee. Flew back to Florida. Must have been a long flight for you, because when he got back, he told his friend Brett that he met, and I quote, a chick in California, a cool chick in California named Aimee, and that he could marry her. But then he thought, he's in Florida, she's in California, how's this going to work? Well, Jack, he decided to call Aimee for work-related matters after this that were definitely not important, just so he could chat. And then these unimportant related phone calls turned into flowers to the office, followed by Aimee Googling Jack to make sure he wasn't a stage 5 stalker. And yes, she found out he is. But then the stalking, but the stalking had then blossomed into important phone calls about romance and getting to know one another, falling in love, and Aimee realizing the best thing about Jack, and I quote, is that he loves her weird. Whatever that means. She won't tell you, she won't tell me, but he loves her weird. And then a visit from California to Florida, where the lips locked, and now we're ready to rock. And with that said, Jack, please repeat after me. Yes. I come to you today just as I am.
I come to you today just as I am.
And I take you just as you are.
And I take you just as you are.
And I will always be honest with you.
And I will always be honest with you.
Kind, patient, and forgiving.
Kind, patient, and forgiving.
I take you, Aimee.
I take you, Aimee.
To be my wife from this day forward.
To be my wife from this day forward.
To join with you and share all that is to come.
To join with you and share all that is to come.
And I promise to be faithful and to love you until death parts us.
And I promise to be faithful and to love you until death parts us.
Aimee, please repeat after me. I come to you today just as I am.
I come to you today just as I am.
And take you just as you are.
And take you just as you are.
I will always be honest with you.
I will always be honest with you.
Kind, patient, and forgiving.
Kind, patient, and forgiving.
I take you, Jack.
I take you, Jack.
To be my husband from this day forward.
To be my husband from this day forward.
To join with you and share all that is to come.
To join with you and share all that is to come.
And I promise to be faithful and to love you until death parts us.
And I promise to be faithful and love you until death parts us.
Good job. These two rings are a symbol of seamless unity between Jack and Aimee. These two lives are now joined in one unbroken circle. Wherever they go, they will always return to one another in their togetherness. They promise to grow in understanding and in compassion. These rings on their fingers symbolize their eternal love in their hearts. And now, as a token of your love and your deep desire to be forever united in heart and soul, you, Jack, may place a ring on the finger of your bride. Aimee, Jack has given you a symbol of his love and his faithfulness to you, and by the same token, you may place a ring on the finger of your groom. By the power vested in me by the state of California, I now pronounce you husband and wife. You may kiss the bride. Ladies and gentlemen, I am proud to introduce to you Mr. and Mrs. Jack Cochran.
All right. Woo!
All right, the bride and groom would like everyone to join them for refreshments in front of the barn now and enjoy yourselves. Let's have a good time.